easy. Sit back, sit back, sit back. While we make this shit look easy. Yeah. Smoke a Lucy, then circle around when you say that this shit ain't easy. Feel it's Lucy. Reload, and you say that this world is greedy.
Yeah. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy 4th of July weekend. Independence Day for all. You know, still fighting for Independence Day for some. It's your boy Jay Scully, open mic, right? Obviously, you see me holding it down for Dolo, but Big Mike is in traffic. He's on his way. Hopefully, he can make it to the show. But Sunday, 8 p.m., summertime, you already know the show go on, man. You know how it is, Man Cave Media, Most Feel of ENT. Yeah. Look who it is. Big Dog.
What up?
What up? You just jumped in. Big Mike here, open mic, 8 p.m. Sunday. What up, Mike? How was your 4th of July, big dog?
I was all right. I just relaxed. Really didn't do much at all. I had to work mostly, so.
That's good, man. Shit, we did enough as youngins and always partying and drinking. It's good to lay back and chill, right?
It definitely is.
Yeah. So shit, we just jumped in. Me and Mike here, Sunday, 8 p.m. Want to say happy 4th to everybody. Happy 4th weekend. Yeah. The shades is on. It's summertime, Mike. Summertime. Right. The hats is on. We here. Your favorite host of the week, Sunday, open mic. So, Mike, this week we doing, because of Independence Day, we doing a show called Lines. And what we doing is we taking the top president lines that they spoke, and then we gonna try to see how we can relate that to everyday life in our lives. You feel me?
All right.
Yeah. We on our presidential desk today. Big Mike, Big Scully holding it down. You know what I mean? We doing our thing. So we haven't been in astrology. We missed the week. It's summer. Mike, we going up. You know, we working hard out here. We pushing the company too. Yeah, you know how we do.
Gotta get all that money, all that paper.
Gotta get all that paper, that helmet money, them autograph, all that good shit. Holla at Big Mike. You already know, Man Cave out here. He getting that shit off. So, Mike, we're gonna jump right into Aries this week. Discuss your hopes and dreams with your wisest and most encouraging friends. You'll have a gift for speaking these desires into reality with a bit of planning and imagination. All right, Mike. So we'll go back and forth on this. I'll let you start off the first one. Season 2, y'all know the slogan, Mike's now open. So, Mike, George Washington, the first, uno numero, right? So he said a lot of great things, but one of his great lines was, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace." Now, if you need me to read it again, because some of these are slightly long, let me know. To be prepared for war, Mike, is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace. How's that hit you on a Sunday 8 p.m., bro?
I mean, if you really think about it, you want to be prepared at all costs for anything. That way, when conflict or situations come your way, you can handle them without having it to be confrontational or get aggressive or violent or anything. So if you're prepared for the different things that are happening, then like he said, you're giving peace.
Yeah. It's like we was talking about with Jay on the open mic a couple weeks ago when we opened the mic and Big J AE and was on there, and we was talking about, remember the question, the stop, drop, and roll shit. We was like, would you take an enemy if an enemy wanted to ride with you and you're like a bitter enemy wanted to patch stuff up, would you stop, drop, or roll? And you was like, how you even get my number? Because at the end of the day, you was ready for war because you trying to keep your peace. You trying to preserve peace. So
that's right, exactly.
Yeah. So to be prepared for war is meaning of preserving peace. All right. George Washington was on that gangster shit back then.
They say he never told no lie through his wooden teeth, so.
It's right. He did have wooden teeth though, right? That's crazy. Yeah. Happy Sunday, Big Daniel Sports. What up? Sunday open mic. We here. Me and Mike going in on the lines, presidential lines. Some of the top influential presidents and their lines and what they spoke about. So next on the list of astrology, Mike, we're going with Taurus. Mysterious yet stabilizing energy surrounds you throughout the day. Harness these vibes by embracing the power of visualization, imagining your wishes coming to fruition with great detail. I like that one, Mike. I like that one. All right, so next, one of my favorite presidents, Mike. I got to hold the cigar for this president. One of my favorite presidents, Bill Clinton. I did not inhale. I mean, shawty head hitting the desk. Bill Clinton. Yo, who is that under the table? Bill Clinton. One of my favorites, bro. So if you live long enough, you'll make mistakes. But if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. It's how you handle adversity, not how it affects you. The main thing is never quit, never quit, never quit. That's raw, right, Big Mike?
Oh yeah. Coming out of old Bill's mouth, that to be honest, that is pretty good.
Yo, I never know, like some of these on here, you're gonna be like, damn. I mean, I know Bill was a talker and was a speaker, but we know Bill for a lot of other things. But yeah, Bill said if you live long enough, you'll make mistakes. That's just life, Mike. But if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. Me and you have learned from mistakes. That's why we are where we at now, how we handle things. Instead of getting drunk on the 4th of July, we just laid back and got our rest because we got a lot of work to do, right, Mike?
Hell yeah.
That's how the shit go. And if you handle adversity, it's how it affects you. The main thing is never quit. So me and Mike been at this game for a minute. We never quit. Mike got the man cave. I got the most feel ENT. We combine stuff. So we never quit. We good at, I feel like we the best, Mike, at hitting adversity and hitting that bump and that roadblock and hopping it. How you feel about that?
I agree. And you need adversity. You need it. I know people get scared of it. They're scared of problems. They're scared of conflict. They're scared of adversity. You need that because with it, you grow, you learn, you get wiser, you get stronger as a person, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And you need that because in life, man, life's a motherfucker. It beats you down,
Damn,
like President Rocky Balboa, life will beat you down.
Mm-hmm.
It's you get back up.
It's good. It's all about how you get back up and keep fighting.
Yeah.
And that's why we going up on the line show for Independence Weekend. Happy 4th, happy 5th to y'all, 6th, whatever day it is, but we going up. So, Mike, next on the list, Gemini. Your desire for popularity and status benefits from a cosmic boost thanks to sweet connections between your aligning stars. Take role as a social butterfly seriously, setting a positive example. Right now, Big Mike, we setting positive examples at the open mic every week, 8 p.m. Y'all know how we do. So next on the list for the presidents, the 10th president, Mike. Now, Mike, some people out here know every single president. There's a song out there that teaches you every single president name. Do you know every single? I know you know a lot of shit, Mike. You know every.
I don't know them all. Like I might come close to it or be within it. Like I used to know a lot of it.
I didn't even know some of these dudes on here was presidents. like
the 10th president was that?
Number 10.
That wasn't Van Buren, was it? No, that was.
Yeah, that was. Some of these on like the 10th. We got the 13th president. Now, obviously,
that was Chester A. Arthur, right?
I don't know. I told you this gonna be on you, bro. Some of these people. So he said,
who is the 10th president?
The 10th president is John Tyler.
Oh yeah, John Tyler. All right.
Yeah, see, like, bro, like 10th president, like we all know George Washington, we know Abraham Lincoln, but then when you talk about them top 20, 30 presidents, you go way back. Two back for us, Mike. Two back. So John Tyler said, this is for you first. Popularity, I have always thought, may aptly be compared to, let me say this again. Popularity, I have always thought, may be compared to inadequate. The more you woo her, the more apt she is to elude your embrace. Okay, Mike, that's some pin hand shit. So popularity, what it's breaking down to is a woman that's popular may not always be that woman you really want. The more you woo her popular woman, the more she might elude you. She might brush you off and cold shoulder you, Mike. How you feel about that one?
I looked at it a different way.
How'd you look at it?
I looked at it like the bigger you try to make yourself out to be, the more she'll walk away because she wants a quiet man.
Okay, well, I could see that on here. Okay, let's read that
Like,
again. The more you
don't
woo her,
get too loud.
right? Okay,
See, like
I
it's women nowadays, they want the quiet guy, but it also seems like they want that asshole for some reason.
right. They want to get stepped on, and then they want to complain about it, but then they want to turn around and tell their girl, "Oh, my man he's such a piece of ass," right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look at it like I see where you're going with it, Mike. So yeah, okay. The more you woo her, the more apt she is to elude your embrace. It could go both ways, I guess, but I like that because John Tyler, number 10 president, he must have been out here having lady problems or whatever. Because he's straight. You never heard a president talk about something directly related to relationships. So that's why we put John Tyler on number 10.
That pimp hand, he was out there getting it.
Yeah, he had to, bro. Number 10. Yeah. All right, so we riding into Cancers. It is Cancer season. Big ups to the Cancers. My aunt's birthday's today. All them crazy Cancers out there. Big ups. You'll have the power to manifest major dreams. Beloved Cancer. It'll be vital that you identify what more discipline is needed if you're to excel and reach your aspirations. Mike, how you feel discipline goes with grabbing your dreams and goals. You got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined not to quit. I feel like people that quit don't have a discipline. Know what I mean?
I agree. You got to be disciplined in everything you do in life, especially if you want to strive for something. You got to train your mind and your body to be like, hey, this is where we're going. No matter how rocky that road gets, I'm going to continue to ride on it until I get to where I want to be.
That's hard. That's hard. Shit, yo. Facts. Cheers. You already know how me and Big Mike drop dimes and darts every Sunday, 8 p.m. all summer. So next, Mike, number 13, the Millard Fillmore. Like, again, never heard of Millard Fillmore. He said one quick line, and I like this one, Mike. It says, "It is not strange to mistake change for progress." Oh, I know that go right down Mike alley. Look, let me say that again. It is not strange. Trying to get that change. It ain't strange to make mistake and change for progress. So to me, Mike, it's basic what he's saying. He's saying people think it's weird when you want to be different or when you grow from and you really don't do those, those things that your camp. Like me and you, we go back to the Hard Knock Life camp days. But the only reason why me and you still coexist and do what we do is because we was able to change, grow, become businessmen, and find our way to keep being from little homies to big bosses. Now, there's a lot of our homies and friends that we don't deal with because we can't do that because they haven't learned how to change or accept change for growth, Mike. So when Mr. Fillmore says it is not strange to mistake change for progress, ain't nothing strange about progress, Mike, for real.
No, nothing strange about it at all, except for when you got some stagnant dudes doing the same shit day in and day out, and they don't think anything's wrong with that. But the minute you change up and say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more, I need to do something else and better myself, then they get on you acting like you some crazy dude. Oh, what you doing, man? You ain't part of the crew no more, man. You ain't a homie, blah, blah. Listen, man, you got to become a better man as you grow or a better woman as you grow. And as time goes, you can't stay stagnant. You can't stay the same. So it might be strange to somebody that's not trying to get to that upper echelon, but it sure in hell ain't strange to the people that are ready to go head first into the change.
You know what's strange? It's strange for us to look at homies and shorties still doing the same shit. That's strange.
It's crazy, especially at their age and what's going on and how they know it affects. It's a repeated cycle. And I know we used to be a part of it. It's like a wheel. It kept going. And then finally we were like, man, I had enough of this damn thing. I'm getting the fuck off. I don't even like running.
Right. But I'm about to get off that bandwagon because that wagon fall. The wheels is falling apart. It's all short. it's a lot of snakes and a lot of hate on that wagon too, man. You know what it is, Mike? And I like what Fillmore said, the president. Well, that's why we speaking these lines. We giving y'all lines this week. Is, you know, at the end of the day, man, me and you, if we don't see, if it's our homie or it's somebody we really care about, family member, we gonna try to paint that picture of change, man. It's like, yo, and when we say change, it doesn't mean you change who you are. You just change how you do things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So
you gotta embrace the change. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta embrace it, and change is growth, right, Mike? You agree with that?
100%. It's growth. It's a stepping stool as you get down the road in life, is what it is.
Yeah, handle shit different. Handle it like a boss instead of a child. That's how we decided to give y'all that game. We're not trying. We're giving y'all $100 mil worth of game. So next on the astrology, Mike, this week is the Leos. Find strength within your community, dearest Leo. By sharing art or promoting understanding and togetherness, you'll have a chance to make your mark on society. Look, Mike, we just talked about that. Me and you, we fully loaded, man. You see, me and Mike, we up. Look, the sports agency is up, Mike. We about to get these lawyers popping. For all the young kids out there, I know they see me and Mike doing a sports show and all that stuff, but we actually trying to come back here and make sure that you guys have the backing and can have representation when y'all hit the big time. Me and Mike, we working on being able to represent y'all. Yeah, sports.
I want to give you the best of everything while you can still be yourself without having to change and feel like you at a 9 to 5 nonstop. Like, hey, man, enjoy your life, enjoy the fruits of your labor, and let us handle some business, and you do your thing.
Yeah, it's Most Fearless Sports. If y'all saw the commercial, my son's the first athlete. We got a couple other athletes on their way. So y'all stay tuned. If you got any questions, hit the email up, me and Mike. Y'all know what it is. So, Mike, next, probably one of the most famous presidents ever, because of the way he died, probably too, though. Number 16, the great Abraham, Mr. Hamburg, Mr. Ham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. So you know we had to get Lincoln on here. He said, I'm gonna let you take this. He said, you can fool all you like this, Mike. I think you said this a couple times already. We halfway through season 2, and I think you said this before. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time.
That's right.
That's Mike. Mike. Right. Well, I took money on that shit. You said that shit, bro.
I said something right along them lines because that's how it works.
Yeah. You
can play the game. You could put on your little costume, your little mask. You can fool this person, that person, but eventually they're going to find out. They're going to see the real you, the real deal, because not everybody's fooled all the time.
Sometimes you can't even fool yourself all the time. I don't even know how people. I'm not going to say broads or homies. I'm going to say peoples. I don't know how people Harry fraud that shit and can look at themselves in the mirror and then. That's something really off with somebody that can Harry fraud shit and then look in the mirror and actually look at themselves and be like, yeah, I know I'm lying, but I'm just gonna Harry fraud that shit and look at your own self in the mirror, man. It ain't even about other people, Mike.
They say it so much that they start to believe in it and becomes their life. That's what that is.
Yeah.
They fall into that trap. It's like when you watch a movie and you watch it over and over. You start talking like it. You start wanting to emulate it. And that's it. Once you keep hearing the same line, you memorize it, right? Like if you need to memorize a line for a movie or stats for a show, right? Once you do it enough, it's stuck in there and it don't leave.
Yep. And then I be seeing people, man, a lot of people out here, man, they pump faking a lot. They pump faking more than a Monday morning quarterback that don't want to throw the rock. Like, Mike, eventually the shit catch up to you, and then you can't clean up all. The bad thing is your cleanup crew. How you gonna clean up all them lies and fraud, man? You can't clean that shit up. It look bad. It's bad.
Yeah, there ain't no cleaning it up. The mess is there. You just gotta let it happen and try to come out of it.
Right. So next on the astrology, we're running into Virgos. There won't be much time for rest as Venus aligns with Saturn and Neptune. So the Virgos need to pursue dreams and self-improvement from a disciplined yet compassionate headspace. You'll thrive on excitement, misunderstood, and all that. I like that, Virgo. Okay, Mike. So we heading down halfway through the lines, Sunday, 8 p.m. Y'all see us live up, me and Mike, talking about some of the most important lines from presidents being at it's Independence Weekend. You know what I mean? So next on the list, Mike, is number 22, Stephen Grover Cleveland. Mr. Cleveland himself.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland, stand up, 216 in the building. I know you know that name. He said, a man is known by the company he keeps and also by the company from which he is kept out. Oh
yeah.
So I guess I'm going to speak on that one first. I already know you got something for that, Mike. So a man is known by his company he keeps. I like that. And everything is wrapping together with what these presidents are saying. Me and Mike just said, you know, if you a snake in the garden, then it's hard for you to run with dogs. It's hard for you to run with kings and queens because kings and queens recognize snakes. So if a man is snaking, he keeping that company with other snakes and also by the company from which he's kept out. So you wonder why you out here doing foul stuff or living a foul life or, you know, it's called karma, but it's also called, that's just certain people aren't going to deal with certain people, Mike. Like certain people are bosses that are El Presidentes, you know what I mean? They can sit and have conversations with the worker bees and all that. But at the end of the day, if they can't see you moving up to where they at, they don't see that grind in you, then you never going to be in that circle of that upper echelon homies because of what we said on one of them presidents not being able to change and thinking that shit is goofy, right? Well, how you feel about that, Big Mike?
I agree. You want to be a boss, you want to be a king, you got to surround yourself with people that are bosses, are kings, or striving to be that. You can't continue to run in the grass with the snakes and all the roaches and think, hey, man, I'm gonna be something someday. You might be the king of them, but you're never gonna be the king of shit. So you need to adjust what you're doing, adjust which way your life's going and say, hey, you know what? I see these people making six figures. I see these people living lives that I want to live or a life that I want to try to have and make my own. You need to be with those people or learn from them people. Stop putting your ass in the ground floor thinking, I'm in the penthouse. You ain't never going to make the penthouse hanging with the people at the ground floor nonstop.
Right. Now with that type of mental thinking, you know, we hang with bosses like the female Red Jet. Big Red Jet, what up? Like Red Jet said, like and subscribe, hit that button. It's the Man Cave, it's Most Fila, it's the Open Mic, it's Big Mike, it's Big J. Sunday 8 p.m. What up, Red Jet? We here, lines, we giving them that knowledge. Pause. Look, yeah, I like that one. Ain't much you can really say about, you know, Mr. Cleveland, the Grover, 22nd president, Grover Cleveland, telling y'all a man is known by his company, a woman is known by their company, and also by the company from which they can't get in. They can't get in that squadron, man. If you're not running, man, look, you got to lead the pack. You know, at the end of the day, you're running with the pack, but eventually you got to have goals to want to lead your pack, right, Mike?
Hey, you want to be a leader, got to be a leader. Don't become a follower and do everything someone else does.
That's a fact. So next on the list, Libras, Mike. Mike, you're not what's your sign, Mike? Almost. Nah, you a Sag. I already know you. Yeah, you're Sag. Every time I think of my daughter, I think of Big Mike, the bosses. The boss. She be bossing me around all day, dog. So, the Libra scale, balancing. All right, a vibrant and romantic energy follows you today, thanks to sweet connections. But invest some time and energy into personal goals as well. So, Libras, y'all out here thinking about love and relationships, all good. Y'all got to think about your business. Get on your business. That's what that sounded like to me. So, Mike, you got next. Let's see who's next. See if it's a president that we can name off. Mike, who you think the 25th president is? You got any idea? Because I'm asking you. That's why I'm holding the clipboard. I ain't got no idea. You know what I mean?
It ain't Teddy, is it?
Oh, that's close. You want away though. And that's funny because Teddy's the next one. That's crazy. But no, who's before Teddy at 25? That's good. That's a good.
It wasn't McKinley.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. All right.
Let's go. Yo, y'all see this? Y'all see how smart? Look, we just not sportscasters. We just not podcast hosts. Mike he guessed that joint quick. William McKinley, number 25. Mike was paying attention in social studies for sure. Okay, so this is what McKinley said, Mike. So you get to tell me how you feel about this one. That's all a man can hope for during his lifetime, to set an example, and when he is dead, to be inspirational for history. I like that one. Let me read that again. A man can only hope for during his lifetime to set an example, and when he's dead, be an inspiration, Mike. I know you could dig that, Mike. How you feel about that one?
I actually love that. Don't just do everything in your life to become a bright star, because stars do dim out. Become something that lasts generations and people could reach back, just like we're reaching back right now with these presidents and what they've said in the past, and say, you know what? That man right there, that was shit. Let's learn from that. Let's grow on that. Let that inspire you. You want to inspire generations. I want to be generational. I don't want to just be, hey, I'm just here. This is it. After I die, I'm done, gone. No, I want people to talk my name for generations to come. Right. Say I was there, I did something, I made something, I said something that stuck with somebody, I helped someone along the way. That's what I want. It's
generate, and that's how they say generational wealth, Mike. But it's also, if you don't get generational wealth,
generational wisdom.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool to leave generational inspiration and wisdom too. You know what I mean? Like to me and you, we love the paper. We grind for the paper. But we can, as quick as we can get that paper, we could blow that paper. So it's like what you can't blow, right? Just talk willy-nilly throw that bitch in the air at the strip club. But what you can't throw away is that generational inspiration and wisdom. So yeah, I like that one. That was raw, man. Not only did you guess the president, but that shit was perfect for that. Yeah, that's how we do here at the open mic.
You can't throw away wisdom. You can dim it down yourself and shove it in the bag, but it'll always be there.
Yeah, facts. That's a fact up on a Sunday church. As we say on Sunday, 8 p.m., open mic is church season, Big Mike. So next on the astrology, Scorpios, take a moment to visualize your healthiness and happy self. Now is the time to take structured steps toward these wellness goals. All right. So, Mike, we heading down. Let's see. We have Scorpio. So let's see who the president is on Scorpio. Well, you guessed it. I already gave it away. Theodore Huxtable Roosevelt. Mr. Theodore. That ain't his real middle name, but me and Mike know who Theodore Hux. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to call him Theodore Hux Roosevelt. I like this one, Mike. This is right down our alley. Pause. We're going to say pause on this one, but this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. This is the shortest thing that a president has ever said that really is how you go about life, is speak softly and carry a big stick, Mike. Whoa! Don't let the boss get up and raise up now. Mike, speak. I'll let you take this because you guessed Theodore at 26. Speak softly, carry a big stick, Mike. I mean, need we say more? Right?
Man, Teddy, if it's Teddy, that boy was a general, he war, and he was all about that. He's like, you could talk like this. Like when you talk to somebody and you want somebody to know you're serious, you don't got to yell. You talk normal, whisper, make sure they feel your presence. So when you talk softly, you got that big stick behind it. Because people automatically get intimidated by you just sitting there while they're screaming and yelling and you just talking. Hey, man, you can yell all you want. I'm right here. Then they know how serious it's gotten when you don't pipe up.
Nah, because when someone stays in their zone and it's like you can't flap that person. You can't get that person. You can't unflap that person. You can't ruffle the feathers. So therefore, that person strategically always thinking in the right frame of mind and thought, because you can't get them out they shit, right? So at the same time, Theodore was one of the rawest presidents. I feel like there's a few presidents, Big Mike, that I fuck with. Theodore was a beast because he was, like you said, he was a general. He was on the front line of that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, like he was that boy. Like, yeah, he in the office now, but okay, he used to play ball. Like, you should see me when I was younger. He probably had some bodies on him. So I like that from him. Basically, Theodore, and you could just see how he said it. He had to say much. Look, what do you, Theodore? Say something to us. Theodore Huxley Roosevelt. Say something to us that we gonna take for the rest of our lives. And he sat there with his cigar mic like me and you do, and he said, he blew that shit out. He said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick, motherfuckers." Yo, that's gangster.
That's it. Straight. That's mafioso type stuff. That's a Godfather type. You know, you sit there and say something. Hey, man, keep your mouth, keep your voice low.
Yeah.
Then everybody will know you got that bang bang.
Mike said, hey, dog. I see you standing up and yelling, but have a sit down and keep your voice low.
Yeah, keep that low, man.
Mike, every time it seemed like I always get an idea. We always talk. We talking about this movie that me and Mike gonna put together in the next year or two. And every time we come with some raw shit, it always give me an idea and go to the movie, bro. Like, I'm telling you, go be fired. Where y'all check the open mic out weekly, and then when y'all see the movie, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I see why these guys." Okay, that's yeah. It's coming, bro. Yeah, I mean, cause we ain't sitting down, we raising up. And if somebody raise up, we gonna sit down. And if that big stick talk, Mike, it's gonna do a lot of talking.
Oh yeah.
Next on the Big Mike Sag month. Look, romance fills the air when you find a partner to build your dreams with. Okay, big old school Mike. Dear Archer, allow yourself to envision a beautiful future with someone special. I'm gonna read your whole shit, Mike, because this shit nice right here. And an unexpected turn of events could derail your afternoon plans. Avoid latching on to worst case scenarios and go with the flow while searching for opportunities to reclaim orders instead. Stand in your power once Luna enters your sign, giving you a chance to shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, Mike.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
I knew you was going like that. Sagittarius, Mike's up. So next on the list. So the Sagittarius that matched with the presidential line, number 33, Mike. You want to try to guess this one? Damn, you pretty good right now. You want to try to guess 33?
A 33rd president?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see if I can give you.
Hold on.
Trying to see if I can give you a hint.
It's not Ronald.
Nah, I can say this. Okay, listen to this. His last name has got 4 letters in it, just
Bush.
like the president that's there now.
It was Bush.
No, close though. Harry S. Truman, Big Mike. Harry Truman.
Oh, it's Truman. Damn. Yeah, I was way too early.
Bush was right there though. Dan, you be close though. I see you know your shit though. So Harry S. Truman, Mike, said a pessimist is one who makes difficulties of his opportunities, and an optimist is one who makes opportunity of his difficulties. Yeah, that's right down our alley too. Let me read that one again for the people so they can understand what we're saying. A pessimist is one who makes difficulties of his opportunities, and an optimist is one who makes opportunities of his difficulties. That is bars, Mike. That's bars. How you feel? How you feel about Mr. 33rd President Harry Truman speaking bars back in the 80s, 70s?
Man, Truman knew what was up, because you think about that, you know. You got people out here that are granted an opportunity in life to do something, whether it's a job, whether it's money, whether it's a better way of life, and then they complain about it, or they make it more difficult than they need to because they always got something to whine about. They're, oh man, this ain't it. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And optimist is a king that's like, hey, I got this opportunity, no matter how small or big it is, I'm going to grab that motherfucker by the horns and I'm going to beat that boy and I'm going to run with it. We running with the Bulls.
Running with the Bulls, like on some Jordan Pippen shit. You see Jordan and Pippen right here? Yeah. So, Mike, that's why we picking these lines from presidents, because these are life goals, life things that life shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's life, man. Some kids wake up and never have to punch a clock, never have to get up, never have to grind, and they blow it, and then they gotta grind and don't know how to grind. And then most people are left with nothing, and they gotta make something of it, and then it just makes them more determined, especially when they get it, Mike. And then one thing is when they do make it and they get it, they know how to hold on to it because of the struggle and the grind they had to put in to get it, right?
Listen, the greatest feeling you could have in life is being at the top, falling all the way down, and working your way right back to it.
Oh, yeah.
That is the greatest feeling, knowing that you were able to do that twice. You were able to take all the hits, all the bumps, hitting every tree, limb, and rock on the way down, just to say, hey, I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to climb right the hell back up.
That's how you get to Teflon Don status, Mike. You know what I mean? Like, you fell, you cracked your head, you broke some bones, you know what I mean? And you didn't cry for no help. You ain't make no excuses. You stood up, dusted your shit off, you know what I mean? And you rose back up, and that now you feel like Teflon Don.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
don't get it wrong. You could ask for help. You could put your hand out there, and if someone helps you, it's all good. Don't be scared of help.
Nah, facts. That's a fact.
Just know that you got to be the first one to help yourself. You can't ask for help without helping yourself.
And think about it. This ties into all this shit ties in, Mike, with the presidents, and that's why we got these like the president line when we said, you know, as far as thinking that you in a group when you're not in that group. If you is one of the upper echelon and you get there and you respectable and you do so, then you should be able to call on some of your big dogs that were just where you were. And if they big dogs like me and you, they're gonna say, damn, oh, you fell off, bro. Man, here's a little tree olive branch, bro. Climb your way back up. Now let's split this shit 50-50 when you get up, and then when you get up, go do your thing, and we'll see at the end, right?
Listen, every king's has some sort of help to the throne. No one's done it by themselves ever. No matter how it's gone, there's always little people that have helped you along your way. You know, they call them peasants, but the thing is you were a peasant. So now you've grown through the ranks. Now you sit on that throne, and don't ever forget who was there and helped you all the way to that.
Facts. Y'all see it here live, open mic. Yo, we here, Big Mike, Big J Scully, Sunday 8 p.m. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody rehabbing and chilling back from partying on the 4th. And we giving y'all the top 12 presidential lines that y'all can live your life by, man. This game is free. Like, we get this free game up, man. All y'all gotta do is like and subscribe, right, Mike? That's
right. Hit them buttons.
Hit them buttons, you know what I mean? But we gonna keep it moving. Astrology, Capricorn, show your home some extra TLC today. Be loved, see go. This energy brings dreamy yet structured vibes to your space, helping you actualize visions of domestic bliss and subliminal interior design. All right, Mike. So we climbing down the last few of the presidents. I said we saved some best for last. My daughter is named after this man, one of the most influential presidents of all time. You only have to say 3 letters. JFK, the dog. They did him dirty, but that's how kings go out, man. You know what I mean? But he said, if we cannot end now our differences, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. Now, Mike, Independence Weekend, you know, I know you come from that area, you know, we go back. You know, there was a shooting in Erie. I'm out in Erie, Pennsylvania. There was a shooting. Don't know really what happened, but a lot of people still fighting for their independence. A lot of brown people, you know, a lot of poor people fighting for their independence still. So, you know, at the end of the day, Independence Day means a lot to some and a little to some others. But that's why I look at this and say, JFK said, if we cannot end now our differences as different people, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. And that line, Mike, is what got that man shot and killed. So that's another thing. Right? How you feel about JFK speaking on that?
I mean, he's right. And the thing is the battles are with everyone, whether it's color, race, you know, the homeless, the poor, the sick, the dying, and that's how it works. I mean, everybody's battling something. Someone's battling something some way. Everybody's fighting with each other. Like, you know, you got vets that are sitting there homeless on curbs and in the alleys, and them are the dudes that were out there fighting for us and our peace and our world. But yet they're homeless. They're sitting there homeless. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, why should they should be given the silver fork, platter, and table, right? They like at the end of the day. But like you said, you know, it's 2025. This country been alive how long? We still got to. What me and Mike is saying here on the open mic, we still got to do better, bro. We got to be better.
There's always room for improvement, no matter how good you think you are in this world. As a person, as a country, as anything, there's always room for improvement, and you always got to keep growing. Don't just stop and say, all right, well, we did this. You know, as a we freed the slaves. That's good. We're good. Or, you know, we went over there and fought Iraq and got rid of some terrorism. Oh, that's good. That's good. Or
let's just now.
This or that. Or there's natural disasters. Or, you know, the towers came down. We all came together. Why does it take something so crazy, something so diabolical and catastrophic to bring this country together, whether you blue, brown, green, yellow, orange, and bring everybody together where we're like, hey, man, we are one nation. We are Americans. We're not, hey, that's an African, that's a Mexican, that's a Chinese dude. No, we are Americans. We live in America. We are all one. That is our nation. This is our home. But it takes something to destroy our home or come at us for us to become that. Why does it have to be that way? Be that way all the time, and watch how unstoppable we are.
Yeah, we'll be more unstoppable. People will be more wealthy. The country will be more wealthy. You know, come on now. Like I never understood how you want to keep a certain demographic of people down when at the end of the day, them demographic people is going to help. It's going to build your country up to be even stronger. Your country's weak now because you're making your people weak. You know what I mean? Like the math is all fucked up, Mike. So we look at it like this. We don't look at black, white, brown because we grew up with everything. And what I look at two categories: rider and a dyer. All right, which one is you? Are you a subscriber? Are you a watcher? You like to watch shit and say that you love shit, or do you actually press buttons? That's my thing. Yeah, like that's black, white, Asian, just alien don't even matter, bro. What there's only two sides of the fence you stand on. You either riding or you dying. Period.
Again, it's all about where do you go out and see? You see the American flag. That's what you see flying. We all live here. Like, man, why you don't got to fight with each other? Like the 1%ers out there trying to keep a whole generation down or a whole demographic down. Like, man, why do you want to do that? You will make more money and prosper more if everybody became that and grew and got better with it. Not just, hey, we got to make sure this, or we can't give out this health care or this, cure to this or that because we want to make money. If people aren't sick, people can work. That's more money for more businesses.
Facts.
That means farms are growing more. There's more harvest. There's more everything. Steel, aluminum, whatever the hell ever.
So what me and Big Mike saying here at the open mic, and this is why we do what we do. I mean, we like the likes and the subscribes and the reels and the love and all the accolades that come with doing what we do, Mike. But at the end of the day, what we saying is we outnumber the 1%ers. So let's stand up as people that are under 1%, all colors, and be riders and dyers for each other and take over this shit and if they're not going to do the right thing, let's force them to do it because we the mass people, man. We control this shit, Mike, right?
It's we the people, not they the people. Fact. We the people shall rise above.
Church. And that's why we here. Sunday, 8 p.m. the open mic be me and Big Mike. So Mike, next on the astrology is Aquarius. Take your artistic visions a few steps further. This cosmic climate urges you to follow through any projects you've been fantasizing about. So keep up the work, Aquarius. Keep working. So, Mike, we got 2 more left. So, next on the list, number 37, Big Richard. Now, this is Richard Nixon. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Milhouse got a lot of people can throw some pros and cons about Richard Nixon, but hey, we just going by lines, and he said one of them. So this is his line, Mike. A man who has never lost himself in a cause bigger than himself has missed one of life's mountaintop experiences. Only in losing himself does he find himself. Woo-hoo!
Listen, that is just pretty much the same. If you don't hit adversity at some point in your life, you'll never know who you truly are and who you could truly become. That is really what that is. That's the falling down, hitting every rock and tree branch. If you can never go through all that and build yourself back up, you miss out on something that makes you feel so good, so proud of you. Screw what everybody else sees and what everybody else feels. It's about how you can look at the man and say, you know what? Damn, man. I've been there, done it, got busted the hell up, and I'm pushing right now to the top.
Lost himself. Man, Mike, me and you have found, as much as we talk on here about strength and you know, it may seem like we always try to act like we never been through it or we never have flaws. It's the complete opposite. That's why we able to say this shit from experience. We speaking from experience. Mike has been in the gutter and holding on to the jail cell, whole jail cell, right? Half drunk. I've been in the gutter, you know. So we've lost ourselves and we've had to look at them walls to look for something bigger in ourselves. And because of that, we're able to keep seeing the mountaintop. Only in losing himself does he find himself. So we not sitting here acting like we better than anybody. We lost it, we found it. Therefore, we can stand up, right, Mike?
I'm not trying to be better than him, her, they, them, nobody. I'm trying to be the best version of me that's better than yesterday.
Yes, sir. Next on the list, Pisces. A cozy Sunday at home will bring fulfillment to your heart. This energy is perfect for trying new recipes, updating your interior, or simply relishing the comforts only your space can provide. That's what me and Mike did. Mike, our energy was perfect. We tried a couple recipes, and this weekend we simply relished in the comfort that our space provided. Right, my nigga?
That's right. Sat back, ate some food, watched a movie here and there, relaxed it out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Did I want to have a bourbon? Yeah, I want to have one right now. But I'm like, you know what? I don't need that right now. I'm good. I'm chill.
You know what I mean? Like you know, you can sell any day above ground is a good day, but there's going to be a bigger time to celebrate in the future, Mike. You know what I mean?
People say that any day above ground is a good day. Well, any day walking with among the clouds is a better one.
There you go. I like, see, look, that's game. That's $1 million worth of game. We throw game on the table and then we throw another ace of spade right on top of it. Right, Big Mike?
That's right.
That's how we do. So last on the list, my favorite, I mean, man, I tell you, maybe the most influential president of our time, obviously, Mike, and out of all presidents, because of just the fact of, you know, being a brown skin colored man. You know, obviously I say Barack Obama for last, who obviously to me probably was him, JFK. I'm trying to think of a third one, but obviously him and JFK were the most phenomenal speakers of all time. Like guys that, man, just got the gift of, it's like a rapper having lyrics. It's like a Nas and a Jay, man. That's JFK and Barack Obama are the Nas and Jay-Z's of presidential.
You can't forget 7 years ago, though.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, that whole thing was some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's why I said that's the top 3. You're right. I was thinking about that third one. So that is the third one. As far as the top speakers, somebody that can speak presidential, Barack Obama's up there. So he last. So did I do the Pisces? I don't think I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So, all right, Mike. So Barack said a lot of great things, but one thing he said that stood out was change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. And me and Mike just said that with the last couple presidents saying that stop letting these rich 1%ers divide and conquer with us. We are the future. We here. We are the masses. We are the kings and queens. We built this shit. We can make a change. And that kind of goes with that Barack Obama speech right there, Mike. How you feel about that last one
Listen,
from
if you notice, there's a trend here with all these lines that have been said. It's
Big
all
trend.
about change. It's all about bettering yourself. It's all about not being scared to change and become something else because somebody else thinks different of it. Every single line that is said by any of these presidents has to do with growth, change, and becoming better, whether it is as a people or yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is the craziest thing. If you go back and just listen to all of them or read them all down, that is what this is about. It's inspiring you to be better than you were yesterday, to change the things that you need to change in your life that have put you in a hole, to make sure you climb the hell out of it and become the man you were meant to be. Or woman.
Yeah, he right. All this is leading up. That's why we pick these lines. Like there's so many lines that president said, but every one of these lines I think are the top 12 because they all tie in together about growth, development. You know, big shout out to them GD folks, man. All them, you know, they make them gangsters, but at the end of the day, they were bred on growth and development. That's what we got to do. Big Sean, Chief, Mr. Bowman out there. We see you, dog. Yeah, Mike, like it all ties together. And look, we going live on a Sunday. People like seeing the edited version because all the funny and all the. But look, when you watch this all week, y'all need to rewind and, like Mike said, write this shit down. If your memory ain't that good, write it down because out of these 12 presidents and the 12 different aspects, different colors, different ages, different, you know, generals from you know, all type of different men, they all said things that you can tune together and put in your life, right, Mike, to make you put you in that level. That's what we here for, Big Mike, right?
Take one of these lines and ride with it. Make it something inspirational. It doesn't matter which one is from George Washington all the way to Barack to Abraham Lincoln to Harry Truman. I mean, these boys spoke. These men spoke it into the existence. They tried to touch every human being. They try to touch the people to get them to be inspired. And that's what being a president is really about. Inspiring the people to become better as a nation. And that's what needs to happen. And that's for yourself. Again, if you just single yourself out, you need to inspire yourself by looking in the mirror and saying one of these lines and saying, you know what, I need to bring about the change that I've put off for how long so I can become that upper echelon. I can become that better man.
And it's okay, you know what I mean? Some people like to get tattoos and shit that means something to them. Take that line and put it on your body so you can look at it. Because these lines are lines that can affect your life and your movement and your future. And like Mike said, that's what these presidents were about. But that's why me and Big Mike here season 2, that's what the open mic's about. The open mic is about opening. The mic is your head. The mic is your brain. Open your brain. The mic do. Every Sunday, 8 p.m., you already know what it is, man. Even on the 4th of July, Mike, we up here, baby. Let's go. So, big shouts out to Most Fila ENT Man Cave. Y'all know we bring this to y'all every week. Apex Entertainment. The Most Fila Sports Agency is up. We up. Check out, subscribe, all that stuff. All the independent CEOs, CFOs out there, Mike. Big Mike, I won't let you ride this out on the lines. I know that was a kind of ride out, but give the people a little ride out. Give them a little bit of ride out on what these lines, what they need to do with these lines and how they need to just take these lines and ride with it.
If not one of these lines inspire you to be a better person, look in the mirror, look into your own eyes, realize where you need to be or you want to be. Grow with how you want to move in this world. Don't worry about the outside speaking to you and telling you what you need to be. Be who you are and go where you want to go.
Say no more, man. If we had some fireworks in the background, we'd light them off for y'all. But hey, me and Mike just lit a blaze to the end of Independence Weekend. Happy 4th of July weekend to y'all. Season 2, y'all be hard pressed to see a squad so composed. Big Mike, Jay Scully, the mic is now closed. Mike, firework time.
Sing, 2 loaded guns, plug in 2 open mics, rest, unlace your Nikes, call it a night down the turnpike like 2 pedals on the bike, standing on business alike it's go time even at a red light, strike like lightning hitting a full flight, check your sight, expect nosebleeds at this height, grab a bike, grab a light, park your truck or trike, pull up at our campsite and share your flight.